streams are, if it starts lagging in it, just let me know when it starts lagging in and I'll just cut it.
Alright, cool. You'll see it anyways, it will pop up on the screen, innit? It will tell you that with your opponent, blah this, blah that, or some bullshit. I don't even know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
Yeah. I've just become professional. I'm going bad to this professional team.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
That's pretty sick. What is it,
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. I'm not even sure. Like, cause I got I'm ready for it, but the guys that I know aren't.
On play action, now Brady. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a whole lot in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
I know Michael we played back in Hurricane days, isn't it?
See, I played Hurricanes. Yeah, same.
Well, you played for Hurricanes as well.
Yeah.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
You probably know each other.
To throw again. Brady being chased out left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Brady now on first down. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Brady. And a big turnover there as these guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Easy.
Toss play, Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I got you. You killed.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Again has it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, it's Breeze.
Oh, my God.
Incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 5 here. So he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 5 now.
Oh, Jesus.
Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
95-56.
try to pound it in. Gbenga. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Kyle Van Noy leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's great. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They do go for it. It's Brady. The Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
Yellow lady. Strip that ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
4 down. Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
You ready?
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you've got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at #1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season.
You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly.
Wait, set 29, Alpha. Hey, 66.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Brady to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and him covered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it.
Hey, does the pick happen automatically, or do you have to press a certain button?
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go around.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush,
like,
they've been able to get home.
What's the pick button?
Coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and his guys are going to take over
the computer. Sometimes they don't do it
line.
automatically.
Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here,
That's why he
Charles. Let's
batted
look
down,
at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL. The 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right?
Definitely a possibility, but I like the way that Jacksonville comes into this game. A big win on Thursday night at home against Tennessee, and riding their hot rookie quarterback Gardner Minshew, and their defense look ferocious again.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
He's got the ball now. Me, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
21.
That's one ball.
Breeze now. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about it in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
Ready? 5-8.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Breeze now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let's go, defense.
Brady now to throw. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, Brady. And get that to Michelle, complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running, just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Every time I try something different, bro, you get a pick. I just do what I know at. You can't get me. Every time I try something different.
New Orleans offense. Listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throw left side, reeled in by Lacoste. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Ooh.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brady going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the older expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Kamara. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Breeze now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Breeze is looking to throw. Ginn has it complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, set. Alabama, 380.
54 miles. Yeah. You don't want to know.
450.
They'll run with Michelle. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Michelle. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle.
Yeah, I'm going to see what Victor, isn't it? Because I play with Victor. Right, no Brett Bryce. Good game.